Welcome to episode 1 of my new series, The Neglected Daily Driver, where I'm going to be turning this sad E30 into a showstopper. We're kicking things off with a simple, easy, quick project, and that's going to be rebuilding the VANOS unit. So here we have the VANOS unit. If you're not familiar with what this is, it's BMW's variable timing system. This piece right here goes into the intake cam and it's actuated by oil pressure here. This piece can push outward and these helical gears will adjust the timing of the cam. You can tell that one of these is bad if you pull it out like this and it doesn't stay out. So if the seal is good, this should stay up indefinitely. Let's clean it up and tear it apart. If you missed my last video, you'll need a little backstory on what's going on here. I snagged a local deal on an S52 engine, so I don't have to go through the trouble of pulling my own for a rebuild. That's why I already have the VANOS unit removed. I just picked up this parts washer off Amazon for pretty cheap, and I love how small it is and I can just put it away and stash it away somewhere in my shop. It's quickly becoming my new favorite tool. The first step in disassembly is to clamp it up in some soft jaws and just blast the bolts off. With the piston removed, I now have access to the rest of the housing for cleaning. Alright, now with everything clean, the first step is to remove the old seals. It's recommended to use a razor. I think you could use a pick as well, but you gotta be careful not to gouge the metal in any type of way. Okay, so that's the Teflon removed, and now inside here is an O-ring that also has to be removed and replaced. Okay, admittedly that was a huge pain, but I ended up just kind of breaking in half to scoop it out. I picked up this rebuild kit from Race German. It includes seals and the anti-rattle kit. Next step is to install the O-ring on the piston. Meanwhile, I've got the Teflon seal soaking in some warm water just to make it a little more pliable. I'm just going to put a little oil on the O-ring first, and I'm just going to work this around. Careful not to twist or pinch or anything like that. Getting this guy on is the tricky part, allegedly. So this is a very tight fit, and you're meant to just kind of work it around slowly. Alright, we're getting there. There we go. So the next step is to open this guy up and replace the bearings. You need to use a modified socket here that's completely flat, otherwise you're not going to be able to fit it in here tight enough. this thing's cooked. There you have it. Nice, quick, easy process to remove a simple bolt. Okay, back to business. So we opened the piston and don't think this is going to work again, so we're gonna have to find another one of those. Take out all these components. This is a reverse threaded bolt. Don't destroy it. This is a T30, and remember, it's righty-loosey. Another bearing here. All right, so I just slammed it on the table. Take this big guy out, and there's the last washer. Okay, so now everything just has to get reassembled. You can see on these washers which side was down or worn. So I'm gonna put everything the opposite way, so the wear side is not touching the bearings. So I'm putting the worn side in. This is my new component from the kit. Here's a bearing and this cap. Now this bolt goes in, lefty tighty, and this is just hand tight. It's only 8 Newton meters. Now the next bearing, the last washer. Again, the wear side is going away from the bearing. And last up, of course, is the top, but I'm not going to be reinstalling this one, so we have to order another. We got the new bolt, so let's do this again. I also got a new torque wrench. This one's nice because it goes down super low. Cool. Now onward with assembly. The next part is this next bearing. Drop it in. I'm actually going to add a teeny bit of assembly lube. The final washer with the wear side facing upwards. And my beautiful new bolt that hopefully I won't destroy. Now it's just a matter of putting it back together. Just gonna oil up the Teflon a little bit. And now when you put this back in, you can kind of work it around in a circle so nothing gets twisted up. This has to get clocked a certain way, installing all the bolts and torquing them. If you remember in the beginning of the video, when I pulled this up, it would fall back down. And just like that, the rebuild is complete. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.